What's up, everyone? WiseGuyBets here with some picks today from DraftKings main slate. We got 7 games on the schedule. Today's date is 5/27/2021. We're going to get right into it at the pitcher position. At pitcher, we're looking at Chris Bassett from Oakland. Projection is 15.4 for today. His ERA is 3.69 on the season. He's averaging 7, 5, and 8 innings over his last 3 games. I do like that. He seems to go pretty long in games. The longer you can go, the more points he can accumulate. His last 3 is 34, 5, and 30. I really like that. His average for the season over 10 games is 19. So Mr. Bassett is someone we're definitely going to try to get in our lineups tonight at pitcher. The over-under in this is 8, but I like him at home against the Angels. Let's look at the catcher position. We're looking at Will Smith from LA Dodgers. His projection for tonight is 10.4, which is very, very good. Over his last 3, he's had 5, 4, and 4 at bats. His last 3 fantasy points per game is 10, 7, and 0. And as you know, I like players coming off 0. He's batting 4th in the lineup, and he's actually in his last 5 against San Francisco, 4, 6, 7, 3, and 10. They are in home. No over-under on this game yet, but I like Mr. Will Smith in this position tonight against San Francisco. Let's look at the first base position. We're going to look at Nate Lowe for Texas. They're on the road against Seattle. His projection for tonight is 7.9 fantasy points. Over his last 3, he has 7, 12, and 23 against San Francisco. Against Seattle. And his last 10 is 0, 0, 14, 12, and 10. He's 3,500. Price is decent. He bats 3rd in the lineup. We got an over-under of 8.5. Mr. Lowe is someone I want to get into my lineups tonight at first base. Let's look at the second base position. Second base, we're looking at Nick Mandergrill for Chicago White Sox against Baltimore. His projection for the night is 7.4. Over his last 3, 9, 13, and 11. His salary is $3,300. He doesn't have any previous at-bats against Baltimore, so they're in home. The over-under is 8.5. He's batting 2nd in the lineup. So this is someone I'm looking to get in my lineup. He has a on-base percentage against lefties as 7.729. And Mr. Zimmerman, the pitcher, has the OPS against lefties of 7.796. Kind of evens out, but I feel Mr. Nick can get on base a few times and hopefully score a few runs in this game. So that's definitely someone we're going to look to get in our lineups tonight at second base. Let's look at the third base position. Third base position, we're going to look at Kyle Seager for Seattle against Texas. Seattle's at home. We got an 8.5 over-under. His projection for the night is 7.8 fantasy points. He's getting around 4 at-bats per game. Over his last 3, he's at 0, 3, 5. So definitely he isn't playing that well. But he's had pretty moderate success against Texas in his last 5. 19, 18, 2, 19, and 7. So you kind of hope he can come through tonight. I do like the pitching matchup he has tonight. And he's also 4 for 8 against his pitcher, 2 singles, 2 home runs. Salary's $4,800. I see a projection higher than 7.8 for Mr. Seager tonight. I see something around between 12, 15. I think he may hit a home run tonight in this game. He's in home. So Mr. Seager is someone we want to get in our lineups at third base. Let's look at the shortstop position. We're looking at Tim Anderson for Chicago White Sox. His projection is 8.9 for tonight. His last 3 are 3, 9, and 2. His last 5 against Baltimore is 3, 9, 5, 16, and 0. But he has a very favorable pitching matchup. So we're going to go with the numbers. Sometimes when we have to go with the numbers, number one, you expect him to start playing better. I expect him to play better than what he's playing. He's batting at the one leadoff position, and we have an over-under of 8.5. They are at home. So, hey, I feel that, Mr. Anderson can maybe get a little bit going here. So let's look at the outfield position. In the outfield, we're looking at Chris Taylor for the Dodgers. His projection for the night is 10.9, one of the highest projections for the day. His last 3 is 7, 14, and 2. He's averaging 9 fantasy points on the season. He's 2 for 6 against this pitcher with 1 double and 1 home run. So he only has extra base hits against the San Francisco pitcher. They are in home. They are a powerful lineup. Once they get rolling, they get rolling. His last 5 against San Francisco is 0, 5, 16, 0, and 7. But I love the matchup tonight. It's 4,500. I like the matchup. I think Mr. Taylor is someone we definitely need to get in our lineups in the outfield. So those are my picks for today. I use Draft Dashboard to help get some quick analysis on players so I can go in deeper and refine my lineups. But this tool really helps get a quick analysis on players. So I will have more picks tomorrow. Until the next picks, peace.